What's the dumbest thing you've ever seen in class? It was the last period of the day, the kind where everyone's brain is already halfway home, and our chemistry teacher, Mr. Sato, was doing a demo on chemical reactions. Pretty routine stuff. He was mixing basic compounds in test tubes to show how they fizz, smoke, or change color. Nothing dangerous. That is, until Kyle decided he wanted to speed things up. Kyle was the kind of guy who thought being loud was the same as being funny. He'd already spilled Gatorade on the lab table earlier and tried to convince everyone it was a science experiment. But now, while Mr. Sato had his back turned, Kyle leaned over and poured a little extra something from a beaker into the demonstration setup. He called it helping. We called it Kyle's daily brain misfire. The reaction was immediate. There was a loud pop, smoke shot out of the test tube like a cannon, and the classroom filled with this horrible egg smell. Everyone screamed. Mr. Sato spun around just in time to see Kyle holding the empty beaker like a trophy. Instead of losing it, Mr. Sato calmly walked over, looked at the mess, and asked Kyle to explain what he'd just done. Kyle grinned like he'd won a prize and said, "Just added some of that fizz powder to make it cooler." Mr. Sato blinked, then said, "That fizz powder was ammonium sulfide. You just made the chemical version of a stink bomb. Congratulations." The entire class had to evacuate. The janitor had to wear a respirator to clean up. Kyle thought it was hilarious, until he found out the entire science wing was being shut down for the rest of the day, and he'd be covering the cost of replacing the lab equipment. The next day, Mr. Sato started class with a new rule written on the board. Kyle is no longer allowed within 5 feet of any beaker, ever. And under that, someone added in Sharpie, "For the good of humanity."